There we go, the sounds of Maroon 5 there on your Thursday afternoons with me, Laura Alexandra. And you know what? I've been promising you all day, haven't I? I said to you, we've got some special guests in the studio. We've had Amy. She keeps saying to me, Laura, why don't you let us know who's actually in the studio with you today? Well, now is the time to introduce a group of guys who you might not realise, but they are actually some local lads as well. A trio hip-hop artists. And do you know what's great? They've had massive support already from AKA, from Kiss Flavour, from Capital Extra, from Radio 1 Extra too. And not only that, but these guys have already featured on Wireless Festival for 2 years running. They played the stage with some amazing people like Big Sean, Labyrinth as well. And we've got them here today. In fact, they've got a new single out called Getaway. So right now, it's time to say hi. It's Bakery Boys. Hi, boys.
Hey, what?
How are you doing?
Good. Nice very sunny day today. Excited.
It's good, isn't it? Now, listen, what I'm going to do for all our new listeners out there as well and people that don't know you already, I'm going to ask you, we're going to start first of all, we're going to go left to right actually so you guys find it nice and easy. We're going to ask you name and 3 words to describe you. Go. This is tough.
This is tough. This is extreme pressure, right? I'm Shaq from the Bakery Boys, Shaq Baker. 3 words that describe me, I would say laid back, cool,
yeah,
and assertive.
I like that. Oh, nice mix of words there. Okay, let's move straight on.
By the time it gets to me, they're going to say a good word.
They're going to take all the words from you.
They call me Ace Boogie, some call me Angles. I'd go with good looking, flirtatious, a little bit G'd up, what they call AKA gangster. You know what I mean, baby.
I love it. And by the way, he's wearing shades right now as well. He's proper gangster. He's got his bling on and everything else. And finally,
this is Dre, Bakery Boys. Right, they're taking all the words now. So I'm going to go with creative, cool, and easygoing.
Oh, I like that. These are really good words. I'm impressed with this so far, lads. Now, obviously, I've got to ask you as well. I'm going to ask, first of all, who should we ask? Let's ask Shaq, actually. Where does the name come from, Bakery Boys?
The name comes from the fact that we like bread, we like cakes, we like... I mean, where it actually came from was we, years ago, used to have an office that was called the Bakery.
Oh, cool.
And...
yeah, it was like our creative workspace.
That was our workspace. Yeah. So literally, I think how it came about was we had like parties that we were doing and events.
Awesome.
In that space, and so like literally we were branded by people. Oh, we're going to go to that party later. You know the one, those Bakery Boys. Those boys at the bakery. And
love it.
We heard it a few times and it just kind of organically stuck.
It stuck. Yeah. I like that. Well, that sounds like a good answer to me anyway. And talking of which, you know, you guys are kind of entrepreneurs anyway, aren't you? I was going to come on to that a little bit later on. But let's talk about, you know, acting, clothing lines. Talk to me.
Like Shaq was saying, we had the creative space, the bakery, and at the time, myself and Shaq were doing clothing. Ace was working on Circle of Revenge, a series that he was the lead role in. So literally, between the 3 of us, we've always been kind of creative, entrepreneurial, and artistic.
Yeah.
So we were all kind of doing our different ventures, and then it just came about a couple of years ago where it made sense that everything we like doing, from fashion, film, music, art, it kind of got molded together, and that's how Bakery Boys came to the forefront. I mean, the first video we did was more just about profiling Angles for his next movie that was coming out.
Yeah.
It had our clothing line in there, and the music was just a soundtrack to the lifestyle of what we were doing. And then the track took off, and then we were like, oh, well, that was quite fun. Again. So it was very, very, like Shaq said, it was extremely organic. Do you know what I mean? And like the 3 of us, a family, we've grown up together. So yeah,
made sense.
That's how it was, really.
I love that, and it's so genuine as well, you know, the bond between you guys. And I love the way that you've come into it, because you're not manufactured at all, you know. You've just come about this from being together from such a young age. We're going to touch on that really, really soon. But first of all, I was chatting to you beforehand as well about this. We've got someone coming up, actually. Are you talking to me about her, Shaq? Kiara?
Ciara, yes. We've got Ciara coming up with goodies.
Oh, I love this one. Listen, they're doing good. They're going to take my job over. Listen, back with the Bakery Boys really soon. Get your questions. I was going to call them tweets or whatever. Questions, tweets. They're a bit of a...
Questions are new.
Questions. I like that.
Yeah.
I can't speak today, clearly. Make sure you are tweeting me at Vibe1076 if you have got any tweets, any questions at all for Bakery Boys. Goodies, love that one. And you know what? We're welcoming back Bakery Boys. Sounds lively in the studio today. I'm absolutely loving this. They're loving it too. I have to say though, do you know what? We're going to dip more into some more of the interview a little bit later on as well. I want your questions in too, so make sure you are tweeting me at Vibe1076. But right now, do you know what? I'm going to go to Dirty Dre because he's going to be introducing the first track that we are playing on the Vibe playlist.
Right, so the next track we got up this afternoon is one called Light Work. This one actually didn't even start out as a track. This one I made late at night, sent it to the guys and said, right, just lay something mean on top of this. And it kind of went to go out as a freestyle, and then it just got picked up and then it's received as a track. And that was that. So, Light Work up next, Bakery Boys.
It's Bakery Boys, they are back. Loving it. The studio feels full today. I feel good. You feeling the vibes?
Party.
Yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. Now let's go back to the start. Let's find out about you guys, how you actually sort of met, because I know you two are brothers, aren't you?
Unfortunately.
Come on, Ace.
You know.
So what happened? So
Bunk beds. It's hard, man. It's hard.
But bunk beds are great if you watch Step Brothers because they put them together and they make their own bunk beds and then they've got room for activities. They get squashed.
As you saw.
You know, people been kicked off, people been kicked out.
I love this. But you guys, obviously, you come from a musical background because your dad's in Soul to Soul, yeah?
He is, fortunately.
Cool, that's awesome. So did that influence majorly you guys when it was coming into, you know, you making music?
I think so. Our music is kind of soulful, so I guess it must have, whether we would believe it or not, tell the truth.
I like that.
It made it something that was ultimately maybe something you dream about doing. It made it tangible.
Yeah.
It made it like, you know, you can go and see physical equipment and actually want to get into it.
Cool. And talking about which we were talking about kind of your style, if you like, because when I was listening and watching some of your videos, you know, it seems to me you've got like hip hop, you've got soul in there, you've got really chill vibes, which I felt I could listen to on Bora Bora Beach in IB, so that's all right. And it's quite like experimental. There's some electronic in there as well. Are you just not boxed in? You sound like you're...
No, we're outside the box.
I like
What it is that all of us being creatives at heart, we have very eclectic tastes, and obviously Bakery Boys is predominantly hip-hop rap, but like you said, there's other elements in there as well, so we can kind of go a bit smooth on some, and then like the track you heard, Light Work, that's a bit more fast-paced. So I think most of it kind of stems from where we've come from, where we are now, and then kind of where we're going. Do you know what I mean? So that's kind of the general sound that we push out.
It's all about the journey. Well, listen, Dirty Dre, let's talk about how you met these guys as well.
These guys are my extended family. Their mum's my number 2 mum. It's all that kind of thing, really. Like me and Shaq have been kicking around since nursery, and then Ace was kind of kicking around a little bit behind that, and then so on and so on. You haven't met the other brothers yet of the
Oh
Bakery
gosh,
Boys.
there's more.
There's more.
There's a gang. There's a gang.
Bakery gang.
I love it.
One of the other brothers, Locks Laser, who's from a band called The Thirst. He features on Getaway.
He does, doesn't he? Because I was looking him up and I was like, why can't I find out about him?
Yeah, so
that's why.
He's trying to be elusive.
Oh, okay. Well, tell him from me. He's been very elusive because I couldn't find out anything about him.
It's a big family with a lot of talent, but like I said, we're going to start bringing lots of different pieces through soon. So
awesome.
Yeah, it should be really cool.
Cool. Well, listen, we're going to come back to you guys very soon, but right now I'd like Ace to introduce the next track for me, please.
Up next, we have the Bakery Boys. The track is called Getaway. Out now.
Oh, it's Until the Day, this one, but we got. Do you know what? We'll do the clapperboard. We'll do a clapperboard. We'll do take two. Take two.
We have up next Until the Day from Bakery Boys.
Love this one. Thank you, Ace. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but I was absolutely loving that. Why don't you get involved? Why don't you tweet me now as well? Let us know what you're thinking. And also, get some questions in to the boys at Vibe 1076. It's Bakery Boys.
We are here.
Loving it. It sounds... I love this. Can you just come and be with me on every single show I do now?
If you have food, we'll be here, yeah.
We'll be here.
What's in your budget?
I love that. Exactly. That's what it's all about. Well, listen, we've been talking about people tweeting in. We've got a question right now for the boys, and it says, for Bakery Boys, what was the last lie you told, and what's your perfect pizzas? 2 very different questions. But Shaq, should we start with you?
No, I don't think you should. So what we're going to do is we're going to remix this, and we're going to start with Ace. Is that all right?
All right.
My favourite pizza. Has to be anything barbecue based, pineapples, beef.
Yes.
This is actually
green
a
peppers.
connoisseur.
I love that.
Domino's, if you want to deliver right now.
I hope she ain't listening. The last live told us, baby, I love what they did with your hair. And that was...
Oh, wow. I like that one. Yeah, I certainly hope she's not listening right now. I love that. But should we go to Dirty Dre next?
Me? All right. Right, the last pizza. I have to, because pizza's such a bad for you food, I feel guilty, so I cover it in as many green vegetables as possible, and then I chuck meat on the top. So I'd get something like I think, shout out Papa John's, I'd get their works and I'd cover it in pepperoni on the top.
Okay.
And barbecue dip, but I can't do the base, that's just too much.
Yeah.
It's got there.
I like that. Well, listen, we are going to be running another one of your tracks very soon indeed. But before we do that, I want to find out as well, because you guys were at Wireless Festival. Yep. I was there this year as well. So what's going on with that? Was that amazing?
I loved that. I loved it.
We've done it twice, ladies and gentlemen. So shout out to Wireless, and shout out to this. It is, I'd say, definitely one of the best London festivals.
Wow.
So thanks for having us. But what did you think, guys?
I thought it was crazy. I like the first one. I was just really shy at the first one. I've barely been on stage before, and it was thousands of people in front of us, so we're trying to dance all stiff and stuff. By the second one, we was jumping on speakers, jumping on stage, running through the crowd.
Yeah, like the first Wireless, we were all just really excited to doing it, and we were so excited that we assumed there was going to be equipment there. So I turned up with just a laptop to find an empty table.
Oh no!
So no one realised that at the time, but if you look back to pictures, there's a big mixing desk with just a laptop, and things got played on start and pause. But these guys killed it out the front. I don't think anyone realised that we were playing just off of a laptop.
Wow.
But by the second time, it was a bigger stage. Made sure the setup was there.
Yeah.
So it was we were a lot more comfortable with it, and just really just like Shaq even jumped in the crowd at one point.
I love it. That's what you've got to do.
It was actually fantastic.
Do you know what? They absolutely love it as well, the crowds there, because we went there this year.
It's just a good vibe, isn't it?
It's such a good vibe. And the year before I went there, and I was with I met Swedish House Mafia. For some reason, I just met them so many times. And Steve Angello, I was on the side of the stage because my friend sorted me out tickets. It was amazing. And I just literally had a car crash. I was on so many painkillers. I was on the side of the stage, the only person there. Steve Angello turned around to me, and even he was playing his DJ set. He went like that, gave me a thumbs up, and he mouthed to me. He went, "You all right?" And I was just, I looked so cash because I was just so high. I was like, yeah. I went, "It's all right." He's like, "What do you think of my music?" I went, "It's all right." Honestly, if Steve Angello ever listens to me at all, that wasn't the real me. I'd have been absolutely jumping for joy to be talked to by that guy. But amazing, festivals, amazing vibe as well. Really I'm going to be asking you guys very soon about. There's another question just come in actually, so we'll be talking about that very soon indeed. But Shaq, it's one of your favourite artists coming up right now. Do you want to introduce her? Go on. All credibility goes out the window.
My favourite artist.
No, Kylie's big in the game.
Kylie Minogue spinning around. I'm actually going to start spinning around, guys.
We're all going to spin now.
Join me as we spin around with Kylie Minogue.
Enjoy.
Vibe 107.6.
Bit of Kylie spinning around, and I know somebody in the studio has been enjoying that, weren't you, Shaq? Woohoo! Were you loving it?
We were bouncing around to that one.
I absolutely love that. Ace in the studio at the moment is just doing a few selfies, just doing a little bit of filming as well. Typical, love it. We've got a question for you coming from Amy saying, question for the boys, what task has been on the bottom of your to-do list like forever?
Forever. Do you know what it is? This case, I've got 4 to-do lists. I had to break them down into 4 separate lists.
Oh wow, and that's a lot of to-dos.
There's a lot of to-dos most of the time, because obviously, as you were kind of touching on before, we kind of like do everything ourselves in-house, from kind of like the branding, production, writing, marketing and promotion. We've just kind of got like a good team together that's helping with the whole promotion, but generally we oversee everything, so that's why there's so many to-dos going on at the moment. But one thing that I can think of that I've been meaning to do for the last 5 years hasn't got done. I've got a nice sized garden, and every summer when we get 2 days of sunshine, I wish I had grass. So I've been meaning to dig it up, get rid of the weeds and put down grass. And when I do, I'm going to invite everyone from the station down, and we'll all get together.
We'll have a little party. Yeah, well, listen, speaking of which, can you tell us what you're up to as well in this up and coming year?
Literally, we have our most recent single, Getaway's just been released. We're following that up with another single, Until the Day. We've got a mixtape coming as well. So there's a lot to come from the Bakery Boys.
Loads going on. And tell us just very quickly before we intro your new single as well, your social media, guys.
You can get us on Twitter at bakery_boys, Facebook /Bakery Boys, and Instagram bakery_boys.
Awesome. So do you know what? That is it from me, Laura Alexandra. Have so much fun with Bakery Boys. Thanks so much, lads, for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Do you want to intro your new single as well?
Who's doing that?
Is it Milos? Let me try to get this right this time. Next.
Yeah. Let's go. From the 2 B's on my logo, I'm Bakery.